Alright, this is going to be a rant. I've been wanting to make this video all day. I've been thinking about it. Is anybody else frustrated, beyond frustrated, with white liberals? White liberals have cornered the market on virtue signaling about everything. They are just the kings and queens of SJW. I'm so tired of it. Did you guys see Anne Hathaway the other day, what she said after the killing of the girl in Oakland? Which was a tragedy, by the way, absolute tragedy. But the community was quick to call it white supremacy. Like, the guy killed her because he's white and she's black. It was white supremacy without any facts, without any knowledge of the guy. Nobody knew what happened with the situation, like what led up to it. They just called it white supremacy. It's ridiculous. But Anne Hathaway decided to go on Instagram and virtue signal talking about all black people feel afraid every day when they leave their houses, and we as white people, we must do better. We have to do better as these white people. I'm like, are you kidding me? First of all, you don't control my narrative. You don't get to say what my worldview is. I don't fear anybody when I leave my house. I don't walk outside of my house every day like, am I going to get tar and feathered today? Oh my God, someone's riding in on a Trojan horse. KKK is coming for me. No, I don't have that kind of fear. I don't live my life that way. And nobody's going to take my narrative and decide what it is. But that's exactly what she did. She pretty much snatched the microphone from all black people and said, hey, everyone, this is how black people feel. And this is how white people need to feel about it. We need to do better. And it's just like, these are what white liberals do. They feel like they are the superheroes and that black people can't speak for themselves and they need to show up and be that voice. That's ridiculous. It's condescending, and it's a soft bigotry of low expectations, which is what they're known for. But hey, that's what happens when you have a Marxist college professor. It's pretty much a conveyor belt. College is just a conveyor belt for the next generation of SJWs. And the fact that they have the nerve to white shame their conservative counterparts, they go after conservatives like, how dare you, you racist? You don't feel guilty for being white. It's like, nobody living today owned a slave. Nobody living today was a slave. Point blank, period. All races owned slaves. Black people owned slaves. It is what it is. It's history. Nobody needs to feel bad for it. I don't want anybody white apologizing to me for slavery or Jim Crow, because I didn't live through slavery or Jim Crow, period. It's just, it blows my mind. It makes my blood boil. And what brought this all about was I was looking through my Twitter mentions a couple days ago, and I saw someone who replied to my walk away video that I made a few weeks back. And she dug up a bunch of old tweets to try to discredit me and say that, oh, I've been a Republican my whole life and I grew up in Florida and I'm just fake. Like, the walk away movement is just me being a con artist. And, you know, normally I let that kind of stuff slide, but I felt really tempted to defend myself because I'm a genuine person, and you guys saw how genuine I was in that video. And for somebody to come at me and try to discredit my passion and what I put forth in that video and what I'm doing with my channel and everything else, all this positive momentum and all this unity that I'm feeling on the right with conservatives and Trump supporters, for someone to try to attack that, I felt like, hell no, I'm coming at you. So for those of you that follow me on Twitter, you probably saw me going back and forth with this stranger, which I assume is a white liberal. Like, I called her out as a white liberal several times on Twitter, exposing her because she was so authoritarian. Like, how dare you as a black man not support Obama and Democrats? All Democrats have done is give you and your people, you know, she didn't say handout, she said, oh, without Democrats in the welfare system, you'd be in the street. I'm just like, first of all, I didn't grow up on welfare. I actually grew up in a two-parent household. We were the first black family to own a house in Aurora in a certain neighborhood in a very nice school district. I went to college. I support myself. I've never been on welfare, so screw you. You don't know anything about me. But that's what the white liberal does. They feel like they know more about black people than black people know about black people. She told me I don't know my history. It's just like, that might work on the black liberal. The black liberal, I think, responds to the white liberal because if you notice, whenever there's a black conservative, there's always a black liberal trolling them. And they always come with they always take that low-hanging fruit. They always come with those ad hominem attacks. Oh, you're an Uncle Tom, you're a coon, you're a sellout. Why? Because I freaking think for myself. Like, you see this all the time. You see what happened with Candace Owens and Tom Arnold. Like, that was just pure white racism coming from a white liberal. But that's what they do. That's what they do. And then the white conservatives, they do their best to try to debunk all of this white privilege myth. They're like, what white privilege? I grew up in a trailer park. My dad was never there. My mom was on drugs. I couldn't pay for college. I'm working check to check. So where's this white privilege? When do I get it? Where do I sign up? I'm like, yeah, I agree. I never agreed with white privilege. I think it's a huge myth. I think there's only class privilege. You think LeBron James is struggling from being black? Are you kidding me? He's probably got the most power. You think his kids go to public school? No, his kids go to private school. You know why? Because he has class privilege. It doesn't matter what color your skin is. But the white liberal, they're constantly dividing us with this white privilege rhetoric and this white shaming and white guilt, because it comes straight out of the college textbooks and the Marxist professors that push this propaganda. It's time to expose these white liberals. I'm fed up. I'm sick and tired. I will not be quiet about this anymore, because it frustrates the hell out of me that a white liberal can come to me and talk to me about how I'm selling my people out and doing this, that, and the third. Or they have the soft bigotry of low expectations, like, oh, let me show up with my white privilege and, you know, help you out. I mean, there's no difference between a white liberal and a white supremacist. Both of them see each other. They both see black people as inferior to them. The difference is one doesn't feel sorry about it and one pretends to feel sorry about it. And then they virtue signal all day about it. So, now that I got that off my chest, I know you guys are going to share my video. Share this, because you guys have been doing awesome sharing my videos. Because I know somebody out there agrees with me and they're fed up and tired of all this BS, virtue signaling, SJW, Black Lives Matter. Let me show up at the protest with my white privilege and feel bad and feel sorry. And what can I do since I have this white privilege? Let me grandstand for you. Share the video, guys, because we got to do something about this. These white liberals have run amok, and I will not be quiet about it anymore.